So it has been about 19 days since I decided to leave the country, and I'm currently in Medellín, Colombia. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Marquita. I am an author, a spiritual coach, and also the host of the Alchemy Soul podcast. Over here on this channel, we talk all about reinvention, transformation, and over here on this channel, we talk all about reinvention, transformation, and doing what you need to do to remember who you are before they told you who you had to be. I'm super grateful to have you all here with me today. But listen, y'all, um, it has been 19 days since I decided to pack all of my stuff up, which wasn't very much, right? It wasn't very much. Before I decided that it was time for me to burn it all down and go ahead and push the reset button on my life and what I wanted to experience out of life and pack all my stuff up and move to another country, I had a lot of very honest conversations with myself so that when I arrived to wherever I was going to be, then I wouldn't feel the need to run away. From personal experience, obviously, I moved and I tried to move out of the country in 2023. I went to Thailand and it didn't work out because I was like depressed and going through like a ton of different things. And so I had to come back home because of that. And so before I decided to do it again this time, I did a lot of work on myself. I journaled a lot. I asked myself a lot of tough questions. I did the work mentally, spiritually, and emotionally to prepare me for any experiences that I may encounter along this journey. And the reason why it was such intensive work is because I knew that I was becoming someone different, right? I knew that the woman that is able to handle being a mother, as well as handle traveling all across the world, as well as handle being an entrepreneur, as well as handle being an author, a creative. I knew that required a level of energy that I have never met, right? And so even though like I'm going through the process of it, right? Like we are going through the process of it. Of course, a lot of times, well not often actually, but the question ran across my mind this morning, like, did you make the right decision? And of course I was like, well, absolutely. Of course, I made the right decision. You know what I mean? Yes. Have the last couple of days been extremely frustrating? Absolutely. The last 5 days have been extremely frustrating, but this is like a single experience, right? And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have numerous other experiences that shape my reality and that shape how I view different cultures and how I view myself and just how I view the world overall, right? I'm not a person that anymore, right? Like I'm not a person that gives up easily. I am very introspective and self-aware. I know myself. I know what I can handle. And even when I was in Thailand the last time, the only reason that I really was like, let me go back and figure it out, and I know I can come back or go somewhere else and do what I want to do, is because I knew at that time what I needed was community, right? Like I knew that I needed community, and I found that community in allowing my daughter's father to assist and help and take on his role, right? And so this time around, of course, my daughter's not with me right now. She is actually with her dad. But when I go back and get her, like I'm more mentally able to prepare myself for having, having a 4-year old abroad, right, with me, tagging along with me. You know, it's like the things that I learned in 2023 were lessons that I needed to get in order to prepare me for the woman that I am today. And I'm so grateful, right? I'm in the beginning, right? So I give myself a lot of grace, a lot of grace, even as it pertains to how I responded to my last situation with my Airbnb host. And if you have not checked out that video, I'm going to link it here or here. I don't know. It's going to be on one of these sides. But if you haven't checked out that video, go ahead and check it out because, I'm really going through, some issues with my Airbnb host, but I'm like, is that a cultural thing? You know, sometimes, a lot of times, actually, I think I am learning that I shouldn't take things so personally. And being Black is a very personal thing, right? I feel like what the rest of the world sees is American, right? I think that they see American before they see Black, right? Outside of America, Black American, it's the same thing. Black American, white American, whatever American, like it's all the same difference when you step outside of America, right? Because we have a specific way that we like things, and we have a specific way that we are used to things being, how we are used to things being structured. And so me coming into an environment where I'm like, where's the structure, where's the information, how am I supposed to use your home, I'm asking you all of these questions because you didn't tell me, and so in my mind that's very logical, but in her mind that's that probably is not logical, right? Because that is not, and I don't know, that probably is not the culture that we are in. That's probably not the Colombian culture, right? And so I take, all of my experiences and I put them in my pocket and use them as data for my next interaction and for my next experience. I'm never a person that feels like I know it all, right? Even though I can talk and I can have conversations in a moment that is fueled by emotions, right? Even though I can be very passionate about explaining and trying to get my point across, at the end of the day, the person that I am, I'm always looking for the lesson in everything that I encounter, in every experience, in every person, in every interaction, in every, a dispute, whatever it is. I'm always looking for the lesson because I want to know what I need to do in order to not repeat a cycle, right? But I'm also wanting to know what I need to do in order to become a better human because I am a person who just wants to be better. Like I want to be better. And the only way that you can be better in life is if you have an understanding and a working knowledge of self. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people do not have a level of self knowledge. A lot of people just don't understand. They're just not tapped in, right? Like a lot of people are just on autopilot and they are experiencing their world externally. And for me, I am very internal. Like I think about what I say before I say it. I am very passionate. I'm a Cancer moon, so I get very emotional. I can get very feisty because of a Cancer moon. Like emotions is Cancer, and so it's like when I'm able to take a step back, right? I said that I allow myself 24 hours to really just sit with everything, and I really was just trying to understand. Like I felt tired, is what it was. And the reason why I felt so tired is because I had given a lot of energy to trying to get a refund and being able to go somewhere else. Like I actually completely packed all the way back up because I'm like, I'm leaving. And so it's a lesson, right? It's a lesson. I am learning to just slow myself down. I am learning to give myself grace. And I'm learning to give everybody else the same grace that I give myself because they just may not know. They just may not know. She just may not know. In addition to, it's a language barrier. There is a language barrier. Spoke pretty good English to me, but if English isn't the first language, there could be a potential, like, what do you want to call it? Misinterpretation of the situation. And I just don't know, right? Like, so did I make the right choice? Yes, absolutely. I made the right choice to get my behind out of the country and experience something new in life. But did I make the right choice with coming to Medellín, Colombia? I'm pretty sure of it. I've met some amazing women since I've been here. I've had some great conversations, some great interactions. One thing that I really enjoy about this experience is that don't nobody know me. So I get to be whoever I want to be. And you all are witnessing like my becoming. You know that I'm coming from this space of transitioning out of one career field and trying to transition into another career field. And it's so fun because now the interactions that I'm having, I'm able to introduce myself as I'm an author, I'm a speaker. Oh, okay. Well, what do you speak about, and what's your book about? And it's fun. It's really fun to be able to be like, yeah, that's who I am. That's what I'm doing now, and continuously just putting that energy out into the universe. Like, the universe, you hear me? Like, I mean, I'm already an author. I've published, so that's, a thing. But I want to be able to say I'm a best-selling author. You know what I mean? Um, I want to be able to say, I'm a keynote speaker to this person, or I've done a keynote speech here at this university. And, I want to be able to have these experiences that solidify who I feel that I am. And yeah, I wouldn't change a thing about this experience, even down to the things that I have experienced over the past 5 days. I wouldn't change nothing about it because I'm getting lessons, right? I'm getting experiences. I'm getting things to talk about. I'm getting stimulation. When I'm at home, I don't get stimulation like this, right? Yes, it is very overstimulating sometimes for me when I go outside because there's so many people and it's always so much going on and it's so loud, right? But I think that I would rather have overstimulation at this point than to have no stimulation. Um, and I can always leave, and I am going to leave, right? After I'm done here, I'm going to go on to my next location and I'm going to try to the same thing over again and try to figure out, like, okay, is this a place for me? So my thing about it is that I'm not trying to stay anywhere. I just want to stay a place long enough for just until I'm just tired of it, right? So 3 to 6 months is good for me. If I leave Colombia at the end of this month, then it will be 6 weeks. So that's enough, right? Like I've been here before, and this is a different experience. And on another video, we'll talk about my last experience here. It was it was crazy, right? Like it was a really crazy experience, but that is all I had to say about that. I hope you all got a message from that. If you resonated with anything that I said today, please be sure to leave me a white heart in the comments. Or if you feel up to it, go ahead and tell me what resonated with you the most. And also be sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can know when I post my next video. But I will post a video every single day. Okay? So I'll see you all back here tomorrow. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls.